Hello, ladies and gents.
Sup, guys? It is Tarot Night Live.
It sure is. It is the last Thursday of the month, so we're going to be flipping cards for you guys and hanging out for a couple hours. Keep in mind, for those of you who jump on, or for those of you who want to share with your friends and see if they want a reading, readings are absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything in order to get a reading. You just got to get on the list. Just let us know if you want a general reading, which is let the reader get what it is that they get, or if you have a particular direction. So, finances or a relationship, career, things that are happening that you need a little bit of discernment on, just let us know and we'll do our best to give you a reading. So, the way this works is if you give a donation to the team via stars or otherwise, you get bumped to the top because at that particular point you are a paying customer. If you go ahead and give stars or a donation, so donate towards the team's PayPal or anything like that, at that particular point you can actually get an all read, which is any and all readers are able to actually read you at that given time. Otherwise, you can pick only two to give a tandem read.
Yes. And
Yes.
yes.
Oh, wow. We are expecting ye old Tyree to pop in here any minute now. So yeah, we're kind of stalling.
Yeah, just a little bit, but that's totally fine. Next month we do have some awesome stuff happening. Um and yep, Tyree should be here shortly. Because Tip popped in the comments and was like, I see only two. Because I put the names.
Yeah, Tyree is actually on his way. He had to drop Kevin and Jerry off at the house.
Yes. And Donnie saw your comment. So the donations are stars based. It should be an option on Facebook just next to the share button. I think it's a penny a star.
It is. So when it says 200 stars for your first donation, it's only $2.
Yep. And Casey can get you added. I saw. Do you have any specific reader you would like? And do you have a specific question? Right now, the current options for readers are me, Pat, and that's Steve.
So while we're getting a list of you guys going and catching up with you guys in the comments, thank you everybody who is popping in. And if you want to share us out, feel free. Tell your friends, tell your family. We're doing free readings. We do them every last Thursday of every month, pending some kind of illness or personal disaster. Thank you guys, everybody who came out for the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. We appreciate each and every one of you. It was really awesome seeing you guys and hanging out with you as we always do. You guys are what help our world go around, and we most definitely appreciate your participation. And we're always happy to help you guys. It's always an awesome experience. Now, this weekend was supposed to be classes. However, on last look, we're going to check again here shortly. But on last look, we only had two people show up, and only one of them could make this weekend. If that is the same as of the end of this live stream, we will not be holding classes this weekend. They will be moved to the second week of July.
Yes.
So the weekend of the 11th, 12th, and 13th. We'll be doing the thing then. Reason being is, to make it a good class and a fun class, we need at least a few people so that you guys can bounce off of each other, see how other people work, make it fun. It's supposed to be a group thing. So if we don't have enough people, we usually push the class off. The reason why we're telling you guys this now is one, I've been saying it in all the lives, but two, This gives enough time if you have signed up for the class. It gives enough time before the weekend so that you can make different plans if you would like to. I hear a wild Tyree. I think.
While we're waiting, and we'll get started going on readings here shortly, guys. Casey, I did see your comment, so I've got you added to the list. Thank you for sending stars. You are our first stars reading, so I'll get you added in here soon when we do actually kick off with them. And if anybody else in the comments would like a reading, just let us know.
Next weekend, Spirit Mechanics will be off the clock. It's the holiday, and because of that, we're going to be spending time with friends, family, and honestly, just getting a recharge. So, letting you guys know that the weekend of the holidays, so of the 4th, we're not going to be available. And we're also trying to make July a fun month. So we're going to try and have some guests on. We're going to try and do some fun stuff. We'll be getting those things arranged and let you guys know as soon as possible what it is that we're going to have set up. But once we do, we're going to get going with that, and everything should be awesome. Oh shit. Oh, look, it's both of them.
We found him. Can only, yes. So, for everybody who's tuning in, I am Pat, that's Steve, and that is Tyree. We're going to be the readers tonight, so if you would like a reading, let us know in the comments. If you send stars, it does get you bumped to the top of the list for a different section of readings, just because you are technically a paying customer at that point, and so we do our best to make sure that we can get you taken care of a little bit more if you would like an all read. That's the only way to get an all read. Currently, our 2 stars readings are Casey and then Donnie. Thank you guys for sending stars. And Donnie, just let me know in the comments who you would like to read you and what question you have, or if you have a general one. We'll give it a couple more minutes and then get going on readings themselves. So.
I was going to say I missed the announcement. Can we go through the announcements again?
Hell no. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot.
Nah. But that is okay. Are you doing any special events next month, Tyree?
No.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
We will be at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market, though.
I won't.
Oh. Well, fuck me, I guess.
I'm in Illinois that weekend.
Godspeed. Taking a vacation?
If you want to call it that.
Fair.
I'm going up ghost hunting.
Actually, that is kind of cool. All right. So, Casey. All right.
So what's going on?
So Casey wants me to read her. She said, "I'll take one from you, Pat. I need a financial reading because I'm in a deepening hole right now with no sign of light. But it's a financial reading."
Cool. Again, anybody can who's popping in while Pat's getting her cards shuffled. Anybody who's popping in, readings are completely free. If you want to donate stars or get with us and give a donation to the team, you can get pushed to the top of the list because technically at that point you're a paying customer, but it is not necessary. You can have up to 2 readers read you, or if you donate stars or to the team, you can have all 3 of us read you if you would like. But please, if you're asking for a reading, please tell us which reader you would like or combination. And if it's a general, so the reader's getting what it is that they get, or if you have a particular question or direction.
So, Casey, starting off with your reading, she just said I can do all three if that would be beneficial. It's up to y'all. So that one is totally your call. You can have all three readers do. That's up to you. I just need to know pretty quickly as far as that goes. I'll hold off for a second until you answer me back on that.
Or my neck needs to pop again.
And hi everybody popping in. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm just waiting on Casey to answer if she wants all three of us to read.
Yes, we can do all three.
Okay.
For finances?
Yeah. You don't have to send any more stars, Casey. You sent the 2.
Yeah, you already sent stars.
Yeah.
You're fine.
All right, Tyree. Casey Roberts, financial reading.
Okay. If we're looking for money.
And I'll start off since I've already got the cards pulled. Okay. So, Casey, I know that you said that you're kind of in a hole and it's deepening. So, you got the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and Judgment. And what I find interesting about this is that the first thing that I saw on the 8 of Swords was a woman who's shielded and actually just not able to see anything from the blindfold that she's got on. I know you can't actually see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's there. You just have to choose for it to be there. What's interesting about the Queen of Cups on this one, though, is that it's not... She's normally depicted as somebody who's very excited, and in this deck, the first thing that I see is her just kind of staring off into a cup. But it's not an actual confidence that it's there. It's just kind of like, well, this is the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Just know that there is actually a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to make sure to actually pick the right door. You got 2 options, and they're both staring you in the face right now. It's just kind of up to you as to which way you step. Talk to your flavor.
And that's kind of one of the things that he helps with.
That's everything I've got for now.
So this rut that you're in, you know, it's coming to an end. There's going to be a unexpected windfall. And from a place that you wouldn't believe it coming from. So we have, I'm using my Ravens deck, you know, if we're looking for coins and things, buried kind of treasure, what better to find it than a raven or a crow? So we have the thawing card, followed by obelette, followed by mythical. Now, thawing is the ending of current things. Like it's the ending of stagnation, the ending of a rut. Obolet, these are reliquaries, hidden spaces, things that are concealed in plain sight but behind walls. Uh, the Vatican's full of them, the catacombs in France, that kind of thing. Uh, so that's the windfall I was talking about, the thing that's been right there but hasn't been accessible. And then the mythical is where it's coming in from an odd space. It's not where you think it will come from. It's not going to be necessarily the easy answer, but it's going to be the obvious answer. Okay. Hilariously, I got the same exact thing. Now would be a good time to rock with Pluto. Now would be a great fucking time to rock with Pluto. It would also be an interesting time to find a flavor that works specifically with the moon. So the reason why I get that is we have strings, we have Luna, which is literally the goddess of the moon, and then we have initiation. You need to tether yourself to something that's actually going to be beneficial. Pluto needs to be balanced out with somebody who is of a feminine nature and specifically works with the phases of the moon. And the last one tells me that this reading's over on my end, is we have the Fearless card after. Do the thing. You know that you can. You're more than capable. It's going to be okay. Go ahead, bub.
Okay. My cards are saying that, well, the first card that I drew is water. So you just need to let things flow as they naturally flow through life. It may look like it's a whirlwind. She says, does Pluto get upset when I work with Jupiter?
I mean, as a quick side, no, not really. I mean, he doesn't vibe well with Jupiter, but that doesn't mean much. They're there for your benefit. Their squabbles are their own. Go ahead.
Okay. So, like I was saying, water, you just need to let stuff flow as easily as a stream. At points, it's going to look like there's a whirlwind, but you hold the key to your success. Unlock the door. And with that, I am getting that there's opportunities for you coming up. I'm not sure what those are, but also at the same time, don't let your pride get in the way. If you need to, ask someone for help. It's not a bad thing if you have to say, hey, can you help me just for a little bit? You just don't need to let your pride get in the way with that and say, hey, I don't need the help. I can do it on my own. We all need help at times. Okay? And whatever the whirlwind is during this water flow, it'll ease out and it will just basically go away. Okay? Like I said, don't be afraid to ask for help, though. You've got opportunities coming.
Boot.
And I used my Warrior deck.
Nice.
So we're using Ravens tonight.
Yeah. First reading. Straw it is.
Alrighty, catching up on a couple of comments, guys. I do have a few questions. Hi to everybody who's joining us. Thanks for joining, guys. Catching up. I do have a couple of questions while we get prepped. So, the stars readings I've got squared away. Donnie, you're up next, and then after that is Russ. So we had a couple of other people pop in and ask for readings. Joanna on YouTube, if you would like a reading, please let us know your question and who you would like to read you. I'm Pat, that's Steve, and that's Tyree. Thanks for joining us. And I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Narika, I saw you ask a question about if you'll reconcile with your ex. Just let us know in the comments who you would like to read you for that. As far as the combo goes, I just need to know which two you would like to read you. And then after that, I also have Jenny and Mike. Currently, that's my list. I saw a couple of other comments pop in while I was reading that off, so I'll be checking that real quick. And then I'll get to reading. As far as the two of y'all, Donnie's reading, if you want to get started shuffling, he would like to know if he's ever going to meet someone. Well, I think I would like to know if I'm ever going to meet someone and love again, not have my heart broken, and I will find a decent job since I just got laid off. They do want an alt read.
And I'll read.
An alt read.
Okay.
And then there was another question down at the end. Something about Hecate.
Yeah.
Is the moon deity Hecate? If you feel called to her, you could reach out to her. Let me get a couple of these updated. And if you need me to read Donnie's back off again, just let me know.
Relationships, romance, and career, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And this Donnie, right?
Yes.
Yep. All right. I need a little bit more insight, so we're going to switch it up. We're going to talk to the cats.
Okay.
You're talking to the cats, I'm talking to the shadow.
That makes sense.
And I'll catch up here in a second.
All right, so life reading. For those coming in, just letting you guys know, readings are free unless you give stars. That bumps you up to the top of the list. We appreciate everybody for joining us, and we'll make sure that you get on the list. We are going to have a cutoff of about 10 or so
Eastern.
time. Yep, so 10 Eastern. We're going to have a cutoff of people that were taking his readings. But we will be giving readings until we are done with our list.
And Mike, I saw your comment. I don't have Carrie on the list. Could you let me know in the comments what her question is and who she wants to read since she's driving? Right now, Donnie.
Yep, Donnie. Okay. Hey, look. It's Pat's favorite card.
It just creeps me out. The smile fucks me up.
And it's not even a real smile.
It's not.
It's just the way the card has been created. That's interesting. Well, that's just talking about the current conversation, guys.
And yes, Russ, I saw your stars. I've got you after Donnie. So we're currently doing Donnie's reading, and then we'll be doing yours, Russ. But thank you for making sure that I saw them.
Damn, that's a double down. There it is. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Whew. Who wants to go? Because I can.
Either you or Tyree first, please.
Yeah,
Not me.
fair enough. So there's a lot in this reading, at least so far, that lends to you already know the answers to a lot of this. This isn't necessarily a need to know the answer or find some kind of new avenue. This is more confirmation of things that you already know, because you already know what it is that you want. And that's literally 90% of the battle. We have the Adept, we have the Watcher, and we have Fury. And this is talking about knowing what it is that you want and not being able to see it, not being able to grasp it. It just being far enough out of reach, at least by perception, that it's difficult to understand that it's so close. We also have the All-Seer, Illumination, and Curiosity. Again, we know what it is that we want. We know how it is to get there. It's just we need an outside validation for that. The problem with that is that you have to be very careful when you're looking for outside validation when it comes to something as important as your love life. Because a reader doesn't know your preferences. They don't know what it is that you like, what it is that you need, how it is that your relationships have been, not without probing and being very invasive. But I do find the next three cards very interesting, and that's kind of the reason why I was giving the disclaimer. We have the Lover, followed by the Evil Eye, followed by the Novice. This is talking specifically about wanting to have something different, wanting to have something new, wanting to find somebody who is very different from our last relationship. The problem is, and more so, let me make sure of it. Yeah. Okay. The thing to remember, let's go that route. The thing to remember is that not every person that comes into your life in a romantic sense is going to be that person that left. So what I mean by that is be very careful of transferring your specific emotions onto them, or trying to handle the trauma or the release or the closure of the prior relationship through the new one. You don't want to hold yourself back from what it is that you deserve as far as good things by only focusing on the bad and then pushing that bad onto that person. because you're expecting the other shoe to drop. And my part of the reading is done because I got the warning card directly. So it matches up with what I'm telling you. Sometimes we wind up getting into relationships just because we don't want to be alone. But there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Being alone is solitude, and solitude is addictive because you're by yourself. You can vibe what it is you want to, do what it is you want to, eat the way you want to eat, sleep the way you want to sleep. And it becomes very addicting to be a hermit. Being lonely is needing someone when you don't need someone. Trying to fill a void with someone when you haven't healed yet. Take you some time, man. Give yourself a moment. Work on you. Find you. Get your strength back. And the right person's literally going to wind up right in front of you one of these days. Sooner rather than later, you'd be surprised.
Donnie said my wife divorced me a year ago and I just want someone.
Yep.
And I can actually go next if you want, Tyree.
I think I got me figured out. I think my cards are going right along with yours, Steve.
Fair enough.
On basically, my cards are saying that with every rainstorm, there's always a rainbow somewhere. So don't worry about what's coming up. We can't control what's coming up. And even though somebody has done you wrong, don't light your candles at both ends. That is a big and bad no-no. That will be regrets that you'll have to heal from later on down the road. Like I said, there's always a rainbow. But like what Steve was saying, you need to find you. You need to love yourself before you can truly be happy with someone else. Because why it was taking me so long for my cards was I got the Justice card, I got the Ten of Cups, and I got the Knight of Swords. The Justice card is basically telling me you want redemption about what happened with you and the ex-wife. The Knight of Swords is telling me that you're shooting blindly. You're not aiming for what you truly want. And the Ten of Cups is the half full, half empty. You've got to decide within yourself that you love you. That way you're open to somebody else loving you, no matter how bad somebody else hurts you. Okay? It's all going to take time. Just take your time and work with you before you start working with somebody else. I hope that helped.
So mine is kind of tripling down on that as well, but mine starts out with a warning, and that's specifically to be very cautious of the type of energy that you are pushing out right now, looking for somebody else. There's a fuck ton of rage, and it's clouding a lot of your inner judgment and a lot of what it is that you're looking for. And I say that specifically because you started out with a deal card, and that doesn't normally start out with a reading usually ever, at least for me. And then you got both memory and family reversed, but the big card up there was consume. Be very cautious of the way that you're letting the emotions actually come through you right now, because if you're not careful with it, you're going to attract exactly what it is that you don't want. And round 2 is a lot worse than round 1. You got 2 options right now. You can actually heal from things, which would lead you to a much happier way of being. You'll actually get a lot more of what it is that you're wanting and looking for, because it was an entirely separate pile. But they didn't even want to be read, because it's completely up to you to choose on which way you actually want to go with things. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. I would suggest choosing yourself. That's what I got. Hopefully that helps.
Well, hi, Jacob.
Goodness.
How are you, Jacob?
Good. I was more so saying hi to Brian.
God. Alrighty. So, Donnie, hopefully that helps. Updating everybody as far as the list goes. Excuse me. Next up, we have Russ, and it is an all read.
Awesome.
His question is, should I go ahead with a business venture that I've been thinking about?
Neat.
Oh.
And Joanna on YouTube, I'm still looking for your question. I hope I'm saying your name right. Narika, about the question, will I reconcile with my ex? I need to know who you would like to read you. Michael, got Jenny, I've got Lisa, just let us know in the comments who specifically you would like to read you. Because I saw you said tandem. I'm just looking for the specifics on which 2 people. And Mike, I did see the thing about Terry. And Donnie just commented and said, thank you, makes sense, make myself happy, and everything else falls into place.
It's true.
Pretty much, man. Also, hi, Brian.
Which Brian?
Our Brian
Which Brian?
Gibson.
Sup, man? Would have said sup regardless. I just kind of needed to know who I was saying that to, because we know like 5 Brians.
God.
Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Got the Peanuts theme in my head.
I've got all my notes stuck in mine.
Which one?
Dreams. You make my dreams come true.
So you got Hollow Notes on both sides of you?
You also have Hollow Notes in your
Yes.
Same song?
No.
What song?
Which one?
She's a man eater.
Hilarious.
Watch out, boys. We're gonna get like flagged on Facebook.
Why?
Humming shit.
That's fine. It's a cover done for entertainment purposes.
True.
Hey.
All right. Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, how about that weight off?
Tyree, you good?
No.
Some weird
I'm not-
cards.
I'm not understanding my cards tonight.
All right, guys.
Russ, I'm gonna ask you a very direct question, sir. Have you talked to your flavor about this job opportunity? There's a couple of specific reasons why I'm asking.
I would like to know the same.
That makes 3 of us.
Because if it's any consolation, I was gonna ask too.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that one I do kind of need an answer on. That's kind of where it came from. Okay.
That helps. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I've got a question too now. This business venture you're thinking about doing, are you planning on doing it with somebody else? Are you by yourself?
Again, I was gonna ask
Yeah.
the same. Because of 2 cards I just got. Well, hey, at least
At least the 3 of us are on the same page. Because now all I hear in my head is fucking warning by Incubus.
So I'll dip the toe. One up. We'll get started while we're getting answers for questions. Yeah. Okay. So right now,
Eldest kiddo is going to help.
Okay.
so if your flavor is what's giving you the direction, and notice how I'm putting that. If your flavor is what's giving you the direction, what I would do is start it as a hobby. So it can be a business. Go ahead and get yourself set up. Start small. Don't worry about doing anything grandiose. Don't worry about it, exploding overnight. Work small, then get bigger. It sounds like common sense, but you would be surprised how many people don't do that shit and regret it later. The reason why I'm saying that is there is some obvious what the fuck energy going on, and not necessarily with the reading itself, but with the way that your head is approaching things. We have the king, we have the evil eye, and we have the charmer. Literally 1 minute where, all right, I'm going to do this. I've got it going on. And then an intrusive thought enters. And then it's, well, maybe it's a pipe dream. Maybe, I should hold off. Maybe this, maybe that. We then have balance, the trickster, and the elder. This is literally talking about finding that particular balance between what is doable, what's realistic, and what is a visionary's goal. What do you want to see at the end, or at least at the fruition of all these business plans, and what is it that's realistic for you to do right now? The last is the resolute, pride, and guardians. This is, you are going to make a very good decision, regardless of which decision you make. And what I mean by this is that you're being asked to do new things. You're being asked to associate yourself in different ways. You're being asked to start to build something new. And you're also being asked to be secure in it. You need to make the decision for yourself as to what it is that you want to do. If this seems like the best venture for you, or even if it just seems like a fun hobby that you would like to earn some money on the side with, that's the decision. If you feel strongly enough to want to go ahead and start the business in the first place, then you should probably go ahead and go with it. That's the resolute. Take pride in what it is that you're going to develop. Be, charismatic, but also have some confidence. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what we're doing together. This is something that we're offering that's unique, whatever it is. You don't have to be a used car salesman. You just have to know what it is that you're doing. And the Guardians is leaning back on your guides, leaning back on your flavor, leaning back on people who are at least doing the small business thing so that you have some kind of support group. Now, the last card you got, and I'll be done at this point, the last card you got was the Adept, meaning you already know what it is that you're doing. You already have an idea. You're not jumping into this with, both feet headed towards a wood chipper. You're actually looking before you leap. And you're just getting into the middle of something that you've got, even if it's small amounts, you've got some experience with. Either you or your oldest kid, y'all even together may have some experience with this. Lean on that experience. Lean on what you know and build from there. Have a good, solid foundation when you guys go to do one of these things, whether that's a hobby that earns money or a business that becomes something bigger. Make sure that you rely on that foundational experience and you move forward slow. Take it easy. It's going to get there. Don't lose patience. Don't lose hope. Next.
I'll go next. So the entire time, all I kept getting was, this is a leap of faith, leap of faith, leap of faith, leap of faith. And I understand that that's extremely nerve-wracking. Part of the reason why I was asking if you would talk to your flavor is because the first three cards that I pulled were the Deceiver, Instinct, and the Weaver, which literally tells me I'm showing signs. I'm giving signs. It's okay. Do the thing. But proceeding with caution is always a solid choice, especially when you're just starting something out. Because the next two cards were the Sleepwalker and the Victim, which is a pretty raw set, especially after the first three, but it's literally take it slow. It's not going to actually fall on itself if you do things the right way, for the right reasons, with the right intentions. If you do something that's actually backed by your flavor and you do it for the right reasons, it's not going to fail. That confidence is what's needed. And actually doing this is going to heal a different part of you that you weren't expecting it to. And that's part of the reason why it was actually brought forward as an option for you. It's a chance for you to heal a different part of yourself that you've needed to heal and haven't had a chance to yet. The last card that I got was actually the doe reversed. And all I keep getting is, you're not a deer. Quit looking at it like it's a headlight. You're not a deer. You can do it, man. We fucking believe in you. All right, nexties. Hopefully that helps.
Well, right off the bat, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4 decks of cards. I drew the Magician twice. So that tells me you've got the know-how to do this. It's going to look like it's going to be an easy start, but it's going to be rough. Don't let this consume you. Don't let it bound you up to where you think this is all you have to do. You still have a life to live. The one card that was really giving me fits was my Anu card. And that is telling me something's going to come about as if it's toxic. But whatever this is, you've got the strength to handle it. You've got the know-how to handle it. This little adventure you're getting ready to start is going to be successful. I don't know how big successful it's going to be, but it's going to be successful. But at the same time, back to the beginning, don't lose yourself. Don't lose the connection with the family. It's all up to you. Because I got the Ace of Bones from one of the decks, which is basically a skull with a key
It's kind of dope.
It's pretty
in
metal.
it. And you need to stay out of your head unless it's for the good. And I also got a card here. I drew a Moldavite card, which going along with Pad, this is going to be healing for you. So whatever this is going to be healing. So you got this, bud.
We believe in you, man.
Yeah, we believe in you.
He said, hopefully in the end, it'll be something I can pass on to the kiddo.
Fuck yes.
Yep.
That's the attitude to keep.
Oh, you're welcome. Just let us know how it goes.
Yeah, please do. All right. Next up, we have Melanie Thacker.
Okay.
It is an all read. Should I move back to Clay County?
Back to Clay County, huh? It's an all read, huh?
Yeah, it's an all read.
Okie dokes. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. For those of you that we've read, I hope we've been beneficial to you. And for those of you who are popping in, we're taking reading requests up until about 10, and then we're going to cut the list off.
Yep.
That way you guys can get some sleep, and so can we.
Woo!
What is that?
Yeah, I know. Recently, that has not been a thing.
Yeah, especially because we have to make sure that y'all are actually in the comments when we do the readings. So just as a reminder, before I stop shuffling my spots for Melanie, Joanna on YouTube, if you're still watching, I still need those answers back. And I think, once again, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Nihirika? I'm butchering the fuck out of that. I'm so sorry.
How's it spelled?
Niharika. And so if you are still in the comments, please let me know. That way I can get you updated on the list. And Kevin, I did see your request. I've got you added as well. So for Melanie.
Melanie Thacker. Hopefully you're doing okay, Miss Melanie. Move back to Clay County. Is it going to be cool or is it going to be ass? Oh, not yet. Easy, easy.
Oh shit.
What's on?
We've hit the point in time where the comments are lagging and like not coming through completely.
Oh, that's not good.
No. And Mimi, we've got time to add you to the list. Just let me know in the comments who you would like to read you and what your specific question is. Also, hi April. I hope the stuff with the house is going well.
Which April?
Druzy.
Okay. There's like a bunch of you now. Like a bunch of Brian's and a bunch of Chris's.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully, the house stuff is going a little bit better for you. Also, if you guys need some stones, please go check out Druzy Does It. Miss April is one of the vendors that we usually suggest, and we get a lot of our work stuff from her. Let's see. Damn.
Well,
Damn.
it really doesn't get more direct than this.
Well, if you've got yours.
So, Melanie, I asked, should you move back to Clay County? And I literally got victory reversed.
Fuck.
That's a straight up no. Asking why, the only two cards that came out were intention and play reversed. Which to me definitely means that there's some extra bullshit there that you don't need to have to take back with you. You left it for a reason. Don't go back. Puff pass.
Hey, fair.
That was pretty fucking direct.
Like it chicken doesn't get much more raw than that, and mine tried. So
I hope that helps.
So we have the attachment followed by community followed by judgment. Like immediately there's already a problem. And then we have alignment, sacrifice, and then mob. Regardless of what it is that your situation currently is, it may not exactly be the best idea to go back right now. Now, that doesn't mean that in the future it may not work out. It's just currently things seem as though they'd be a little bit more hectic, I guess you could say. And what I mean, I'm trying to be nice on that one. There's going to be a lot of people in your business very quickly that should not be. Yeah. So the big thing here is that work on changing your situation where you're at first. If you don't wind up having an option or you wind up getting to a point where you feel like you're at a dead end, that would be the time to consider going back. Right now, it looks as though you still have some options, even if they're small ones, and you should probably look at those first. Um, this is basically a situation where the grass is not greener on the other side. Go ahead, Bo.
Well, okay. On my cards, the first card I pulled was my Page of Cloaks, and that is telling me that if you're asking about it, then it's not a good idea. And then the long line of cards afterwards. Something from the past is still dwelling there. It's something that needs to be let go. Don't let it hold you back. Don't go toasting to the past. You got to let it go. The next three cards is showing me that if you do this move, you're going to think that it's going to be great. Everything's going to work out. Everybody's going to celebrate moving. But you're going to have somebody trying to take advantage of you. And you don't want that. That's going to put you into a downward spiral that would not be good. Because the last card I got was a pile of snakes in the shape of a heart. So if you do this move, you're going to have somebody or people trying to take advantage of you until you can't take care of yourself. They will drag you down to where you can't get up. So I'm going to say no to the move right now. But there's something in the past that you need to let go of, that if you do decide to move in the future, it will work. It should work out better. But I'm going to say no to the move now.
Yeah.
And hopefully that helped you.
Hopefully so.
I mean,
Because we all three got rough on that one.
yeah, well, I mean, they were all blatant flips.
She said direct exactly to the point. That's what I want to thank you all. Glad to help.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully, we were able to at least give some perspective, if nothing else.
And Angela on YouTube, I saw your request for a reading. We can definitely get you added to the list. Just let me know if you would like a general read or if you have a specific question and who you would like to read you. I'm Pat, that's Steve, and that's Tyree over there. So, skimming down our list, Miss Joanna on YouTube, are you still there in the comments? I haven't seen you comment in a while, so I'm just checking in. Oh, fair. Casey just commented and said, okay, I think I figured it out. I think it's ISIS. Plus, I feel like I've been a priestess of hers before. She's come up a lot today.
Okay, hasn't she?
Alrighty. So I'm just going to give it a couple more seconds because there's two people that I want to make sure as far as on our list. But I think it's fair to go ahead and skip Joanna because I haven't seen her comment.
Okay.
Naharga, I think that's actually how you say your name. And if not, once again, I do apologize. I haven't seen you comment in a while either. You are technically up next, so if you are still in the comments, please do comment and let us know, because I need to know who you would like to read you. And just once again, I'm Pat, that's Steve, and that's Tyree. Gonna give you a couple seconds to kind of.
And please forgive us. She's a transplant, but currently she's been here long enough to say this. We're all Central Kentucky rednecks. So if we mispronounce a name, whether that's last name, first name, please tell us how to pronounce it correctly. We don't want to butcher your name.
We really don't. It's not intended. And Angela, I saw your comment about work and relationship. Whatever you all pick up on. Okay. So is there anybody specific you would like to read you, Angela? Just let me know in the comments.
We'll do our best for you.
And I'm going to go ahead and skip. So,
Madam N.
yes. And Mimi said she can't get the stars thing to work, but she's trying to.
Okay.
So, if that's the case, she would be next. And Miss Linda Donaher, I can get you added to our list as well. You will probably be the last one tonight, because it is 6 minutes until 10, and our line is cut off at 10.
Yep. So you guys have about 4 or 5 minutes. We can say by the end of our next reading, it'll be going over a little bit over 10, but that's okay. So by the end of our next reading, that's how much time y'all have. Anything after that, we're going to have to wait until next month, or you guys can set up a private reading with us. All you have to do is catch us here on the Facebook, in the private messages, go to spiritmechanics.com, put in a request, or shoot an email to info@spiritmechanics.com and give a formal request there. State who you want your reading from, and we'll do our best to take care of you.
So, since Mimi said she was trying to do stars, I'll go ahead and do her reading.
Okay.
She asked for me to read her, and if she asked if she makes this big change, will it be a good thing? Yeah, it'll be good. Just actually listen, and it'll be solid.
Amen.
Very impatiently got the sun card that shot out directly at me, almost in my face. Had been getting told, yes, do the fucking thing. And then the only other card that willingly shot out was the star.
Oh, pretty.
Love you.
I like that.
It's the stained glass deck, isn't it?
Can I get anything else?
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty.
They are beautiful cards.
Anything else?
She had the sun and star.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't ask for any better fucking cards.
Literally. Because if I'm being honest, at this point, I'm kind of forcing it, and he's getting really impatient with me. Yes, do it. Yes. Yes. It'll be it'll be okay. Be patient. Have some confidence in yourself. And in your decision making. No, that's good. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Wow. Like, apparently, there's no nonsense tonight. Like, jeez. No, we're not doing a whole ass reading. Here's your cards.
Literally.
Jeez.
Well, because yeah. Yeah, message me later. She said, I'll message you later. It makes sense. Okay. Fuck. All right. Jenny's next.
Cool.
Ow. General read for her next year. And she would like, preferably all of us to read her if we can.
Okay.
All of us?
Yeah. Tis the preference. Cool. Thanks, you actually did it this time. Fuck. Fair enough?
She said for the next year.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Jenny, your turn.
I'll be back. My car's decided to shut down.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Excuse me.
Look what you did to the man. Interesting. All right.
And I'll shuffle you here in a second. I'm updating comments because I got more information. So, Miss April, I saw your comment since I'm just now checking them. I didn't see that you sent stars, so we'll do you right after we finish up Jenny. But yes, ma'am, we can still do your reading.
All right. Interesting. That's kind of a neat go, actually. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Y'all waiting on me?
No, I was catching up. Steve just finished pulling, I think.
At least currently. Gonna wait on that. So, mine are showing an interesting complication. And the reason why I say that it's interesting is we literally started with the mistake card. Now, the big thing here is it may not necessarily be your mistake. It just means that you're going to be involved in someone that kind of misses the mark on something, or you missing something in the long run. So we have mistake, and then we have procrastination, then we have mob. Basically, this is telling you that you need to be paying attention to things that could easily be avoided. to actually be more preemptive, be more assertive. You don't have to necessarily be an asshole or be, that particular bitch to get your point across and be assertive. Just be direct, be honest, hold that integrity. Right now, waiting for the perfect time and, until everything lines up is going to be a very big problem. Small things are going to get out of control and more people are going to start getting involved. The reason why I say that is above mistake, we have future. Then we have the courage card followed by competition. And this is doubling down on the first three cards, literally stating that there's going to be an unneeded and completely childish situation. It's going to be just fighting for the sake of fighting, slap fighting, just pettiness kind of shit. We then have wonder, shell, and protection. Or perfection, excuse me. Wonder, shell, and perfection. Sorry, I'm blind. So these cards are literally talking about being in a space where you have a little too much freedom and you begin to draw inward as a result. You don't really know what to do with the kind of free flow in your life. What this basically is telling me is that you really need to stick to what it is that is right, not what is safe, what is right. You also need to be very preemptive once again. So you need to have a plan. You need to have something in place for when what looks to be someone else's fuck up happens. Someone else is going to screw the pooch and try to draw you into it, and you need to be able to walk away from it. You're going to find that you're going to have what it is that you need in the way that you need it if you protect what you hold sacred. Don't lose hope. Don't lose courage. Keep your faith. Don't talk yourself out of being a big girl. You've got this. Next.
So, Jenny, and none of these wanted to actually lay in a quote traditional format, which I kind of love that for you because that's honestly very you. Some kickers for you though is that there's a lot of bouncing back and forth. Be very mindful of that, especially in the coming year, because if you fall into old habits, you're going to forget what it is that you've actually completed in your life so far. I say that specifically because they're in the middle of the entire reading is the trick card that faces the play card. And with it being in the middle of literally kindness and create and love and patience, it's remembering the fact that you have all of those things not only around you, but within yourself as well. Please don't lose that faith in yourself and that confidence that you've taken the time to build. You know what it is you're doing. Don't let other people's bullshit get in your way. And specifically, don't let it get in the way of you doing what it is that you do well and your relationship with your flavor. Fuck that. Stay true to yourself. You're fucking awesome and don't forget it. Nexties.
My turn.
Yeah.
Yay. One question I've got for you. Are you planning on starting something new within the next year? Because One, I've got the full, and then I've also got the tower. And that's telling me you're getting ready to make the, you had this earlier. The leap of faith.
It's been the theme today.
It has been in a number of ways.
Yeah.
The fool's telling me you're getting ready to take the leap of faith, and the tower's telling me that it's going to be exciting as well as eventful, because in my tower card, I have like lightning striking something on the ground behind the tower itself. But I've also got the Magician, which tells me that you're strong enough to. She says she's not planning to. Okay,
Well, a lot happens in a year.
that's true. I've also got the Magician, and for some odd reason, every time the Magician has come up tonight, it's about strength.
Well,
You've got the strength and you've got the know-how to handle any situation headed your way.
They usually go tail and tail.
And I've got two cards here that has basically animals looking up, trying to get to what they want. Remember, nothing's out of reach. You can get to wherever you want to go, however you want to go. And my favorite card that I pulled for you is the skunk.
it means you're the shit.
Basically, the way it is, it has like 7 wands pointing at the skunk, and the skunk is getting ready to spray them. So basically, like Pat said, you're the shit.
I think you're pretty cool.
Dank memes.
Pull your big girl panties up and kick ass.
You got this, chick. Fuck.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hopefully that helped, Jenny. And April Kennedy just asked if we could add her to the list. It's after 10. What you think?
She would have to be our last one.
All right. All right, April Kennedy, I'll get you added to the list. At current moment, you are last on our list tonight, ma'am. Just let me know in the comments who you would like to read you and what question you've got. And as far as our other April, shout out Druzy Does It Again. She would like a general reading, and anybody that feels called. Any of the three of us.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I think Tyree should do it.
Who is it?
April.
And then April Kennedy just sent stars too. She'll be next.
Okay. All right.
Is she a general?
Yes. Once again, shout out Druzy Does It. We're going to shamelessly plug. And Miss April Kennedy, if you could let me know in the comments what you would like if you've got a question and who you would like to read. Since you send stars, it can be an all read.
I'm not jumping in, Mr. Tyree. I am just shuffling. While you is shuffling. Yeah, shout out to Druzy Does It, Plinky's Creations.
Mm-hmm.
Hanky's Magical Creations.
Splendiferous Creations. I don't know if I should say we're all mad down here or we all float down here, but both seem to be. Also, Mandy is in the comments, so at least I think.
I believe she still is.
She was there for a little bit. Check out Triple Goddess Gifts and
Sacred Journey.
it's Sean. It's Sean the non-believer. Oh. So those up there. We give shameless plugs. As long as we know what we're plugging, we give shameless plugs. All these people are awesome that we've been telling you guys about. Please go check them out.
Okay, Miss April. Balance is coming your way. So that means everything is going to start slowing down for you so that you can actually catch your breath. Also, this move for you is going to you're going to grow. You're going to grow. Because I got the violent flame and then I've got loving compassion. The violent flame is telling me that your expectations are going to be met. So the business is going to keep going full force and it's going to keep growing, which is a good thing. I like your crystals. I love your crystals. I love all crystals. What am I saying?
Kind of a crystal slut.
No, I've turned into the box slut now.
Fair.
Be mindful of what you just said.
I mean,
I had the ticker. It's fine.
that's a real oxymoron coming from you.
But, and again, I have gotten the magician card in every card reading tonight.
I mean, little buddy is chilling.
He is talking tonight.
He sure is.
Because the cards are also saying you're questioning something. I'm not sure what you're questioning, but you've got the strength, you've got the know-how to build. Like the violet flame was telling me that everything's going to grow for you. You're going to get balanced. And I do have a special message for you. And please tell me if I'm right or wrong. Because I really would love to know if I am right or wrong. You're having somebody telling me that they've got your back and that you don't need to overthink things and don't get stuff stuck in your head. Don't get in your head You've got to be free flowing. And this is coming with loving and compassion. But the business is going to go good and it's going to go strong. The move is going to be good. And you've got the strength and the know-how to make things go. Like I said, whew, somebody's telling me that not to get in your head or not to stay in your head, let things go, and that you're loved. Please tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I'm almost wanting to cry now.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, hopefully that helps.
She said, "Oh, that's awesome." Alrighty. Next up is Miss April Kennedy. And she said, yes, definitely, Tyree.
Okay, thank you.
It's awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff.
April Kennedy wants to know what the hell is going on. Is my gift doing? And it's open to anybody, any of the three of us. And
I wrote something else, but it didn't go through.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Our comment section has gotten kind of weird tonight. I've had to close out of it like 5 times.
It's choppy at best.
Yeah, it's rough tonight.
Okay, so what was April's?
April Kennedy wants to know what the hell is her gift doing?
Is her gift doing?
That's what she said.
What is it doing?
Quote, no specific person. Question is, WTH is my gift doing? LOL.
Smart ass question. Shouldn't you know? You know what your gift's doing. If it's being weird, it's being weird. All right. I'll do.
I'm super excited. I had a customer who is a customer, but now a friend. She's been amazing. She's been helping me. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yes.
Good stuff.
Glad. Moving ain't easy, and having people to help is definitely always a freaking plus.
Absolutely. All right. Miss April Kennedy.
Yep.
Shout out Plinky's Magical Creations. And
Go ahead.
interestingly enough, Ray is actually on the live with us. Thanks to Plinky's, he is actually over here in the chair beside Pat. So that is the same plaque that we have shown before for the tribute for Ray, and it's hanging out here in the classroom.
On its own little chair. And Miss Linda Nelson, we are currently closed on our list, but next month, let us know if you would like a reading, and we can definitely get you then. Or, as Steve mentioned earlier, we do also do this at markets. We also do this. You can reach out to us and ask if you would like to have a reading done. Send us a message on Facebook and let us know which mechanic you would like and your question, your availability. We can do them virtual. We can do them in person. Just let us know what you're looking for. Spirit Mechanics is a home of Spirit Mechanics, but Spirit Mechanics is also made up of the community that we have built.
What is your gift doing, huh? Let's see. Yeah.
Thank you, April. You have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Bad. Bad. Finger wag, Miss April.
Kennedy.
Right.
There's like
There's like 4 Aprils, and they're all like, "Which one of us?" All right, so motherfucker. Okay, so
oh dear.
there's 2 things. As far as your gift is concerned, one thing to consider, at least as far as what could be going on. So you work a lot with Ptah, which is awesome, and they are, of course, the muse. They allow you to move freely and do your art the way that you do, which is spectacular. Hence my 2 card boxes, literally sitting here on the table. But it's time for your gift, at least as far as your functioning clairs and your spiritual movements. It's time that you actually talk to somebody else. So we have safe harbor and rumination and wonder. Literally, right now, everything seems safe, but that's kind of the problem. There's not really been an upward ticking growth, at least of the things that are going to propel your gift forward. That doesn't mean that you have to stop, obviously, talking to Ptah. It doesn't mean that you have to stop allowing Ptah to be your muse at all. This is something completely separate. So currently, we have Smoke, we have Shell, and we have Will o' the Wisp. Will o' the Wisp in this particular deck is not a great card. It's not something that you really want to have come up. Neither is Smoke, truthfully. So we have basically what it is as a comfort zone. We're staying where we're at. We're contemplating kind of how things work and where to go and who to talk to and all this other stuff. But we're still sitting still. We're in the safe harbor. We're just contemplating all this stuff. We have Smoke, we have Shell, we have Will o' the Wisp. So we're getting drowned in that. We're getting kind of lost in safety. What seems to be routine. And then we're actually starting to get blinded by choice. Because we've stayed too long in one spot, we're realizing that there's way too much freedom. And there is a major concern about being led astray, probably by your partners more so than you. The Will o' the Wisp is an interesting creature. What it is it is a entity, a wisp that is drawn to sites of death. Particularly, what it does is it draws people into darker spaces. It's a light in the darkness that a lot of people cling to when they're lost in the forest or can't navigate. And it draws them deeper in, and they eventually get lost and succumb to the elements. Wisps are not awesome. This is kind of a warning about 1, stagnation, and 2, getting lost. Lastly, we have walls, courage, and awe. At this point, you need to start thinking outside the box, outside the current comfort zone, what it is that you typically work with, what it is that you typically view as normal for you. And I know that that's a loose word. Anybody that's associated with this group, that's a loose word. But you need to start breaking down some of these walls so you can clear some of this smoke. That way you can actually go to where you need to go and be where you need to be. The awe card is an awesome thing, especially on top of the wisp and the smoke cards, because what it's showing you is that there is the rainbow at the end of the storm. There's the light at the end of the tunnel. There's a silver lining. I think the one big thing, the one big thing to take from this is that you need to understand that all flavors of divine are still divine. And it's 100% okay if you need to talk to a different face. Doesn't mean that you lose the current one that you have. So that's what I got for you as far as your gift. You're being talked to by someone else. It would be a good idea to make sure that you're careful, but you do pay attention. You got another deity that's kind of knocking at your door. Hopefully that helped out some.
So we're at the point of the night that I'm going to start asking everybody if they are still in the comments. So, Mike, are you still in the comments? Let us know. Right now, I've got you down for a general and anyone to read you.
Mike. Is you there, buddy?
Miss Angela, thank you for letting me know that you were still here. I've got you a little bit further down. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 other readings in front of you currently. And April Kennedy said, yeah, I've avoided my dead people gift. Ugh.
You might want to vibe.
Mike is here.
Okay.
So, who's reading Mike
I don't
for
know.
general?
I don't know. Who does Mike want to read him?
He said anybody.
Anybody.
And Lisa's here.
Perfect, because you were my next question, Miss Lisa Oxier. I got you, Mike. Okay. And April Kennedy said, I'm drawn. It makes sense. I'm drawn to too many gods.
That's all right.
Okay.
Cherry picking's okay as long as you understand their importance. Omnism is cool.
Terry's there too, still driving.
Fair enough.
Same.
Yeah.
Stretch my back.
Okay. April Kennedy said, I think you guys are off bed, gotta do a ton tomorrow. Okay, Mike. So, yours is kind of short too. It's very much a rock out with what you got going on right now. You've got a lot of awesome things happening for you, and it's important to keep those in mind, and it's important to stay balanced with all of the changes that you do have going on. Remembering which way is up and which way is down, and that as above, so below. That's the thing that keeps coming through, as above, so below. But I find that interesting because the next card that you got was the Hermit reversed, which normally those two together this way, especially with the as above, so below, I would interpret as, you're not being a hermit, but it feels more like you're not listening to the inner struggles that you actually have going on, at least in the direction that you need to. There's a lot of stuff on the outside that you fixed, and you've done a lot of work inside too, but it's time to pivot it and actually look at the differences as to where you need to go next. It's kind of like a next stepping stone, a next stepping block. Almost like you've had a little palace cat trying to get your attention and you haven't been talking to him. He would like to speak to you, by the way. Not about being reclusive, but specifically about finding a way to adapt with different things like OCD and different things like what it is that you're about to start learning. He's got some interesting ideas for you. You might want to reach out to him. New waves of creativity and new interesting ways of doing things that you hadn't thought about before. Because there's a lot of things that you do already naturally that are pretty fucking kick-ass, that are very heavy in green energies. But it looks like little buddy might actually have some different ideas on how to incorporate more red. Safely incorporate a different type of fire so that you don't get burned.
Little man will take care of you.
Hopefully that helps. Hold up, y'all. I gotta handle something on YouTube.
Nice.
Jesus is King just popped in.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully that helps a little bit, Mike. Yeah. A different type of balance is definitely what it looks like he's got in mind for you. But now that I think about it, you do need fire to actually germinate some specific seeds. So. Alrighty.
Awesome.
So, Miss Lisa Oxier.
Okay.
You are up next, ma'am, and I'm going to be honest with you. It got buried as to who you wanted to have your tandem read with. Could you please let me know in the comments who you actually want to read you?
Also, while we're waiting on that answer, we here at Spirit Mechanics want everybody to know that we're not for or against any religion, sect, pagan understanding. What you vibe with is what you vibe with. Just don't solicit on our page, and don't intrude on other people's readings by doing that kind of shit.
Jesus was a cool dude, but just because he was a cool dude doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. And Mike saw your comment. He said, right on, totally vibes. Thanks, y'all. Be spending time with Fluff in the woods this weekend, so we will have a chat. Dope. And Lisa was asking for all.
No? Well,
If we could do.
okay. General, is it?
Yes. Yeah. Ow.
Eastbound down.
Load it up and. Anyway.
What are you going to do what they say can't be done?
Yeah, long way to go.
And a shorter time to get there.
These socks. Yeah, man. Do. At least it's better than that. I'm gonna do this to you because you did that shit to me. Share it later. Going through the motion. Do. These socks here. Thank you, Miss Linda Nelson. She said you were always respectful. We try to be. Oh, fuck yeah, that's a solid card to start with.
You did that to yourself. I'm vibing. You did that to yourself. 100% to yourself. Yeah, actually, that's pretty stars. Kind of card to start with there too. All right. Nice. All right. Good shit. Actually.
Hell yes, man. Respectfully, hell yes. Then Mike said, "Phil, y'all started singing those Terry's on our way home."
That's kind of cool, actually.
Who wants to go first?
Just making sure it's. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Fuck it, I'll go. So, Miss Lisa, you have actually done quite a bit of growth on yourself, and props and bravo to that. Because literally the first card that you got from me was Transform. And all I'm seeing is this beautiful ass butterfly. And then a whole bunch of lines leading to a bunch of introspection. And honestly, you should be fucking proud of that because you put in some actual work and some massive effort to actually make sure that you could do those things. You should be proud of yourself for that. And because you put that effort in, you're actually seeing the things come to fruition that you were hoping for. And you understand now the lessons that you actually needed to learn to not repeat them again. And I say that specifically because you got the Collaborate card after Transform, but then immediately got the Wisdom card and then the Deal Reverse card, which shows me that you actually have learned some of these lessons and you know what not to do next time. It's a matter of you having put the effort in and you can actually see not only the cycles that you've broken, but where it is that you want to be, which is fucking awesome. And because of that, you're actually able to do the self-care that you needed to so that you can in turn care for others in the way that you were wanting to, which is kick-ass. You also now have a different understanding of what stillness actually means, not only for yourself, but for other people. You took you a minute and you needed to. Fucking props. Next.
So we're kind of doubling down, just a little bit of a different perspective. So the first card that actually came out for me was the Compass card, which in this particular deck is a lot like the Star card. You know, we're navigating through the darkness. We're navigating literally through the next card, which is Smoke. So we're finding our way through that to growth, your first three cards. And I thought that was kind of interesting because it literally lined up with what Pat had mentioned. But over Compass, Smoke, and Growth, we have Broken, Solitude, and Dream. Basically, it's coming to the realization that just because you have a personal dream doesn't make you selfish. And just because you share your dream and it takes a little bit longer to get there, it doesn't make it unattainable. It doesn't make it a wasted effort. There's starting to be some growth as far as both spiritual and mental maturity, more specifically, emotional maturity. You know, the big girl britches have been pulled up, and not in a forceful way. You outgrew the old ones. We have empathy, awe, and perfection as your last three cards. Literally, you're seeing that doing the thing with other people is starting to become beneficial. Having others around you is a good thing. Having those that are even closer than just who's around you is a better thing. And allowing yourself to actually connect to people has started to show you the beautiful things in life. Now, does this necessarily mean that everything is roses all the time? Absolutely not. But what this does mean is that you're able to find a silver lining without having to force yourself to. You're able to find the good more often than the bad, even when the bad is knocking at the door. You're doing great, chick. You put the time in, you put the effort in, as Pat mentioned. And fuck, I've seen you grow. I've known you for a handful of years now. I've seen you grow. You're doing it. Stick with it. Yeah, 100%.
My turn.
Yes, sir.
Yay.
Wait.
That clarifies that a little bit. My cards are saying there's a lot of movement forward. So you're going to keep moving. Don't let yourself get caged in. Don't let anybody else cage you in. And just like everybody else, this came up earlier today too. Nobody's perfect. Don't self-doubt yourself. Don't second-guess yourself. You're worthy of everything that you are achieving. You're worthy of everything that's coming. So please, don't ever self-doubt. And don't second-guess yourself. Know in your heart what you're doing is right. You've got the personal power within you. Connect with the earth. Let the earth help you with any healing that needs to be done. You've got new experiences coming as well, too. And it looks like you're going to be connecting to a new familiar, or not flavor. You're going to connect with something new. Connect. It'll be good for you. But just keep moving. Because almost my whole top row was moving except for one card. And that card was the one that's like, don't cage yourself in and don't let anybody else try to cage you.
It was hilarious. The last card that I had pulled when I was like, yeah, was the Wonder card. Literally free flowing. You going free range. Going that way. That's cool. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next up is Terry for she wants a general. She wants me to read her.
Do it.
So I'm gonna do that. While I'm reading Terry, because I know she's still in the comments. Kevin, are you still in the comments? Because you will be. Lisa Oxier said goosebumps. Thank you. Yeah. Kevin, if you're still in the comments, you'll be after Terry. But I'm trying to get a jump on things so that, you know.
Yeah. Because we're running close to that time.
Yeah, because who we've got left on the list is Terry, Kevin, Angela, and Linda Donaher. So, Terry, you got 3 cards off the bat, and it was pretty much the only 3 that wanted to actually come out, at least so far. And that was the 6 of Cups, Death, and the 4 of Pentacles reversed. So, what I find interesting is that it's almost like an argument about which card gets to go first, because there is a really cute, tiny little dragon at the top of this 4 of Pentacles, and that's all that's sticking out. And she's beautifully colored and has pretty much every single color you can think of as far as scales. And no front feet. Little wyvern. So I think that's pretty neat. But it's almost like an argument about who can talk first, the little dragon or the death card. And it's not a bad thing. It's literally coming across as, okay, you're getting talked at from both sides of things. And almost like the little dragon and the death card are arguing about what the best course of action is. Which I find interesting because normally that little tabby is pretty agreeable. But it's like he's trying to get through to talk to you about some awesome things that you've come to terms with and that you've actually grown from, but he hadn't been able to get through there. But not just him. Specifically, somebody else that wants to talk to you too about a different part of your path that you've been asking about. Someone that wouldn't always come across as a, agreeable individual. We'll put it that way. But specifically with the Six of Cups, it's about not only the nostalgia and leaving the things behind that you're actually ready to leave behind, it's about utilizing those experiences to make both the death card actually activate and rotate in a cycle that you can help other people with and utilize for yourself. But finding a way to do that with the tiny dragon as well. And it looks like that might actually be the next big step for you, is figuring out a way to work with not only the traditional aspects of death, transformation, regeneration, shadow, some of the darker things, but also using them to understand more of the light and help other people understand more of the light. There's light and darkness in all things, and you can help bridge that gap in a very unique way. And if you're ready, you got a few people willing to show you how to do it, that are actively reaching out to you, trying to get your attention for it. Hand extended. Hopefully that helps.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Okay. And looks like we had somebody jump on the YouTube. So we are not doing any other ads to our readings tonight, but you can always catch us at the last Thursday of every month for Tarot Night. Currently our list is closed for tonight. We only have a couple of other people on our list. And that is actually Kevin, who, if you're not still in the comments, I'm going to have to skip you, unfortunately. Angela Ellison, if you are still in our YouTube comments, please do let us know, because we're at that point in time of the night that I have to start asking everybody for who's still here.
Yeah, since it's starting to get late.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry had commented earlier that we need to be careful when we leave here because lights are out.
Yeah, I think somebody hit a pole in Lexington, and it was like a massive pole so like electricity's down.
Neat.
At least we got electricity here.
Right?
We do.
We don't want to do card readings in the dark.
I mean, I have before, but it's not fun.
It's not fun. So, I haven't seen Kevin pop in, so we may have to skip him tonight. And Terry said, thank you. I'm working on those. Just got to figure out who's trying to talk to me.
Mhm.
Fair. Okay, that would be why this is. Okay, hold on. Well, because it was straight up like, that was just in case you didn't get it with the first three. And I'm like, okay, that feels kind of vague as fuck, but all right. I'll get with you on the side here later. Because I have a couple of suspicions as to who's actually wanting to talk to you. And the spotlight is not something that they favor. Kevin is still here. So I'll message you after the live, Terry. You and I can get together and we can feel it out a little bit. You can also ask the tiny, pretty little dragon. She can tell you. She can tell you real quick. Excitedly. I'll still talk to you later, though. You're cool, and you're one of my favorites. So Kevin wants a general. I'll read. He is still here.
Hmm.
And hi, Miss Lynn. I had to scroll back up. That's right. Yeah, no problem, Jerry. Okay, Kevin. So currently, the remaining 3 people on our list are Kevin, and then Miss Angela Ellison, and then Miss Linda Donaher, and then we are closed up for the night.
Is Angela here?
Yes,
Okay.
and so is Linda. So I have confirmation on all of the last 3.
Okay.
Linda said, "If y'all are done, that's fine. I'll be good." That's up to you, man.
That is totally up to you.
Okay. Yeah. Have a good night, Miss Lisa. Got a jet, and she said, "Thank y'all so much."
Oh, you're welcome.
Night, night.
Last go. All right.
So, Kevin, I mean, unless anybody else wants to go first.
I can sit.
The way this is reading is that you're looking for something that's not there. People are actually being genuine with you right now, and it's almost coming through like you don't believe them. And I say that specifically because there's 3 cards laid out in the middle, and that's adaptation, balance, and reveal reversed. And then on the other 2 sides, you have intention, cunning, and then trick and hunt both reversed. And it's literally flip-flopping across balance. Like you're trying to read their intentions and thinking it's a trick, but it's not. Not at all. The people in this situation are actually trying to be good to you. I just don't have any clarification on what the situation is currently. But it's almost like you're not sure how to actually handle the situation because you're not used to people not trying to trick you. These people aren't trying to be assholes. They're actually being genuine. And I literally got the believe card next. And then transform reversed. If something's good, it's okay to let it be good. You're really good at advocating for yourself. Just remember that. It's okay to let people help. It's okay to let people in. Next. I hope that helps some.
Mine's once again, it's a double down, but a different perspective. So we have the adrift. We have the adrift card followed by mistake followed by procrastination. In this particular sense, it's trying to find fault in things that don't need a fault. It's getting lost in situations that don't concern you. Then we have bargaining, perfection, and community. These two kind of mixed up. It's literally getting lost in the rumor mill, getting lost in gossip, or being worried about shit talk, or always trying to find not necessarily a negative thing, but find dirt. And the problem with that is that when we wind up inserting either ourselves or even our emotions and thoughts into other people's lives like that, we're the ones that get muddy. We're the ones that walk away with egg on our face. We have creativity, then we have present, and then we have pace. And basically, it's almost like a need to keep up in certain situations. Like there has to be a mask when you're at work or you're in public or you're at restaurants, or there's a need to be somebody else, either to save from being in the rumor mill, so you're out of the quote unquote public eye, or to get information from the rumor mill. Now, this is an interesting card that just came up. It's the signs card. Don't get lost in needing to always win. Don't get lost in needing to protect yourself from what you don't need protection from. Don't get lost in starting slap fights for no reason. Don't get lost in pettiness right now. Live your life, man. Right now is a really awesome time to be really awesome. Things are going to get better. We have signs, battle, and safe harbor. Basically, don't bite the hand that feeds right now. Not everyone is out to get you. Not every situation is bad. Yeah, things could be better in certain aspects, but it doesn't have to get worse. It's going to be okay, man. One day at a time. Go ahead.
You need to keep an open line of communication.
You need to remember that not everybody is always out to get you. You need to work together closely with others. This is not all about, I got to do it by myself. It's a team player situation. And don't lose yourself. And that's about it.
Hopefully that helps.
I know it probably sounded harsh, but at the end of it, they were actually good readings. Just because things seem rough at the time, it doesn't mean that they're not going to get any better or any easier. Things will always get better when we allow them to, especially when we get out of our own way. Miss Angela?
Yep. Would like a work and relationship reading from anybody, any of the three of us.
Work and relationship.
And we got another one.
Yeah, I've been having to catch the spammers the whole time.
You know, it's just bots, but still,
Yeah,
it's a frustration.
it is. It's just one of those like, well, I dig this person's name though. It's Pokemon Trainer 5678.
Hey, you know,
But Miss Angela, are you doing the readings, Steve?
yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Give y'all a break. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da.
And while we're waiting, Miss Linda Doctor,
Ooh.
I didn't catch who you wanted to read you. Could you let me know in the comments, pretty please?
What?
Not spamming, as the person on YouTube typed out, not spamming, just telling the truth. LMAO, call the people with the facts and history bots. Fair enough. I mean, we've had a lot of bots pop in tonight, so that's part of the reason why I'm like, oh, okay. Because I said that this is not tarot. Tarot is a medieval Italian card game from 1350. Wasn't even seen as magical until the French in the 1700s. The French seem to make lots of things fucking magical.
I mean, for real. Look at what they did with eggs.
Nah, honestly, I don't care about the history. Like, I'm not mad about it. You're
No.
spitting facts, and that's cool with me. I don't really care, to be truthful today.
Not to mention anybody that believes that paper holds any kind of power is kind of a fucking idiot to begin with. But, you know,
I just think we're all individually magical.
'tis not the cards that do the reading, it's the reader that does the reading, and this is the conversation piece. It's the reason why it's called a game.
Woo! PSA, don't fucking mess with Ouija boards if you're not going to close them right, please.
That,
So,
can't believe they allow 8-year-olds to buy those. Goodness.
We've been reading for 2.5 hours, so when you popped in Pokemon Trainer 5678, I literally just assumed that you were a bot. That is my deepest apologies. But Miss Angela,
Miss Angela. Okay. Okay. I wonder, and this is me being honest. I wonder if things took on an interesting pace as far as either sped up or slowed down abruptly, and calling it what it is, that's really fucking vague. Um, and it's really up in the air. The rest of the reading is going to kind of give me a little bit of an idea, but the reason why I'm bringing that up is you have the solitude card, followed by sacrifice, followed by pace. It's almost like things were given up in order to maintain appearances or to continue on a certain progressive path. Basically, there was a lot of perceived self sacrifice, like there was a benefit when there really wasn't one.
You got some exclamation points.
The solitude came down to specific choices, and what was sacrificed was the attachment of another person. What we're looking for as far as pace is to refine the courage, to understand what it is to be an individual. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. The next three we have shell, mistake, and empathy. Now, all of this is kind of lending towards essentially being very guarded, because that's literally what the shell card is about. It's protection, being to yourself, being surrounded. Things and people and emotions aren't allowed to get to you without your say. And then we have the mistake card next, followed by empathy, which tells me that you felt for somebody and it wasn't reciprocated. Or you are currently feeling for somebody and are unsure if it's going to be reciprocated. A lot of things can happen from that. Not getting reciprocation can end a relationship very, very quickly, because one-sided relationships are pointless. That's just being used with benefits. Whereas having unrequited feelings is also painful, because, those particular thoughts and feelings and emotions aren't necessarily being reciprocated, because either the person doesn't know yet or knows and friend zones. So what do we have here? What are we looking for? What we're looking for is a little bit of balance, a little bit of streamline in the life, a little bit of challenge as well. You don't want something that's in the norm, something that you've had already. So you're trying to find not necessarily a struggle, but somebody who's going to actually challenge you. Not just stand up to you, but actually go, so why do you say those things? Why do you do those things? Let's work this out together. You're not going to hide from me. Let's talk this out. You're looking for someone that's actually going to be strong. Here's the fun one. If you're not already with this person, and notice how I'm putting that. If you're not already with this person, you have a pretty good idea of where you need to be anyway. The last card you got was intuition. One of the best things to do in any given situation that is involving somebody else is to, one, put it all out on the table. Yeah, it sucks in the moment because you're exposed, but at the end of it, the way the two of you feel is going to be right there. You guys can sort through the pieces and put it all back together if you want, or you can choose that it's too much of a mess and move on. By the way things look, and I got the broken card as the last card for this particular reading. The way things look is that when, and this kind of ties it all together, when you would do that before, when you would put how you felt and what it is that you needed out on the table, it was never seen as a priority, never seen as important. And because of that, you and previous people weren't able to actually make it meet in the middle. It made the pieces unfittable. We were trying to put, puzzle pieces in where they didn't fit just because they kind of looked like they could go there. And yeah, there was sort of an image, but it was broken. In life, you can't sit and wait on someone to change for your benefit. You can't sit and hope that someone will eventually get it through their head. There are times where you're going to have to make the decision to choose better. And whether that is something that you chose for yourself, which I personally believe you did, or if it was something chosen for you, you're going to be okay. What you need to do is make sure your needs are met, and the wants will fall into place. This goes with your career as well. Keep your integrity, keep your boundaries. You're going to be just fine. Things will get better.
So she had answered you saying, I'm harboring no BS. And then had said, I was an accessory to others' lifestyles. It never mattered that it was me. It could have been anyone.
There it is.
Now I'm all intentionally choosing.
There that is. Fair enough.
Alrighty. Hopefully that helped, Miss Angela. Last up for tonight, and howdy Renee, she snuck in, is Miss Linda Donaher. And Angela said my position was eliminated.
Like I said, keep your integrity. Just because the position was eliminated doesn't mean that you don't have opportunities. It's going to be okay.
What's that bottom card? I'm curious.
Bottom card was potential.
Alright. So, Miss Linda Donaher. It is an anybody. And Miss Angela said options.
Mm-hmm.
For Linda, it's an anybody read. I am debating going north to see my siblings. Will it be a good visit?
Paper, rock, scissors, y'all.
I'll do. And Angela said that was great, so encouraging.
I know that it sounds like the cliche stuff, and it probably is. But in this particular case, it's going to be all right, and it is. You already know what it is that you can do and what it is that you want, and that's the first step in any of this. Be strong, chick. You have been this entire time. Keep that head up. You're going to be just fine.
All right, Miss Linda. It's not that it's going to be a bad visit. It's not that it's going to be a good visit. And I say that specifically because you got the Grow card reversed and Cunning upright. And those are the only two cards that wanted to come out. It's literally it's up to you to choose how you want to take the fucking trip. If you do choose to go, you're going to see a lot of cycles that you've not only broken, but things that you'll actually need to help other people break themselves. They're likely going to approach you about how you made that happen. You're also going to have people watching you. Not to necessarily start up the rumor mill, but more so she did it, so why can't I? It could be a very good trip. If you do choose to go and you choose to look at things as the things that you've changed, that you've made improvements on, that you've grown from yourself, and the cycles that you refuse to cave into, you are actually going to have a good trip. Because the only other card that I got was victory, but it did not want to come out until after that one was discussed. The choice is yours, ma'am. Like, I even shuffled.
It's true. Right here on camera.
So, there you go. I hope that helps. Kind of goes along the same lines as the last reading. Keep your integrity in check, and it won't be a problem.
Two things in life that will always make sure that you never do without. And that is your integrity and your humility. But your ego get in the way, you're going to get pushed down. You start breaking your integrity, who you lying to? Other people or yourself?
Alrighty.
Woot.
Hopefully that helped, guys. Got it and understood. Thank you. Yep, no problem. Happy to help. So that concludes our Tarot Night Live for this month. Thanks to everybody who joined in. Thanks to everybody who sent stars or who just kind of hung out and helped boost the comments. If you are interested in getting any work done or any readings, please do message the page. You can set up appointments. And Linda Nelson, I'm really glad to know that you're doing okay and moving forward. She said before you go, I wanted to let you know I'm doing okay and moving forward.
Hell yes, madam.
I'm really fucking glad to hear that.
I dig. Love it. Love to hear it.
So, remember to be awesome, y'all. Right now is a great fucking time to be as magically dope as fuck as you want to be.
At the end of it, it takes less energy to be awesome than it does to be an ass. And things are only as difficult as you make them, because they should be as easy as breathing. Sometimes we get in our own way. Sometimes life presents circumstances that we're not prepared for. But things that aren't okay will be okay again. May take a little work, may take a little bit of time, but effort is always rewarded. You all have this. Chin up and chest out. Keep that integrity and be humble. That being said, we will be seeing you guys next Thursday, as we usually do. We're going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll have some interesting and fun stuff going on. But till I see you again, till they see you again, till any mechanic sees you again, and as always, Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And remember that those that have the power to change themselves have the power to change the world around themselves. Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Love you.